Hi guys, how are you today? I hope that you're well and looking forward to the weekend. Yesterday we were talking about favourite things, weren't we? And I was telling you about my favourite Bible passage that I studied when I was doing my GCSEs. So I've armed myself today with some of my favourite things. I've got my favourite mug, look. There you go, it's my favourite mug. Which was bought for me for a birthday. The reason it's my favourite is because it's a particular big thing. It's particularly big. It's bigger than most of my other mugs, so it holds more and lasts longer. So that's why it's my favourite mug. And it's another thing in there. Look, is my other favourite thing, coffee. I like coffee. Coffee's good. It's one of my favourite things as well. But I thought we could think today about a favourite Christian song, Christian hymn, something that you have that you like to listen to when you're wanting to smile and cheer up a little bit, or you like to sing along to, or what's your favourite hymn at church or something like that. For me, it's a song by Keith and Kristyn Getty. I think Stuart Townsend was involved as well, called By Faith. So pause this, go and listen to it, and come back, and then we'll talk about it in a minute. But it's By Faith, and I'll put the description in the bottom so you can find it. So it's By Faith by Kristyn and Keith Getty. Okay, did you listen to it? Was it good? It's my favourite. But it's a song all about faith. It's called By Faith, so the clue's in the title. But according to the Bible, it's actually, the song itself is based on Hebrews 11, and Hebrews 11 verse 1 says this: faith means being sure of the things we hope for and knowing that something is real even if we do not see it. Faith is the reason we remember great people who lived in the past. Hebrews 11, 1 and 2. And that whole song is based on the book of Hebrews. And then over the rest of the chapter, it talks about great heroes of faith. It talks about Abraham, it talks about Moses, it talks about Noah, it talks about, I did actually write them down, Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Joseph and Moses. It literally goes through them and why they were great. Rahab's in there as well. Great men and women of faith. And I think sometimes when we look at some of the amazing things that they did, that God did through them, we just think, wow, they had amazing faith. Especially when I look at Abraham, I just think, wow, Abraham had amazing faith, especially over the sacrificing Isaac thing. That's where I look at Abraham and go, wow, you had such faith. But at the end of the chapter, Hebrews 11:39, it says, all of these people are known for their faith. They really are. But none of them received what God had promised because they were still waiting. God planned to give them something better so that they would be made perfect along with us. And sometimes we can look at their example and go, wow, they had amazing faith and did amazing things because of their faith. But then that also reminded me of Matthew. And I think sometimes we can look at God, I could never have faith like that. Their faith was spectacular and amazing. But then Matthew 17, verse 20, which is the disciples we're looking at, and it's Jesus talking, but the disciples, people have been bringing their sick to the disciples, and the disciples hadn't quite been able to heal them. The followers came to Jesus when he was alone and asked, why couldn't we force the demons out? And then verse 20, Jesus answered, because your faith is too small. I tell you the truth, if your faith is as big as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. All things will be possible for you. So if we have faith and we trust in God, even when we don't understand, even when we can't really see what's going on at the moment because things are all a bit topsy-turvy, faith as small as a mustard seed. Now, if you've seen a mustard seed, it's tiny. It's like that big. Absolutely tiny. Faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. And by faith, we've seen how amazing things can happen through God. And that's what really encourages me about that song, by faith. And it was at a time when I wasn't totally sure what to do. The job at NISCU was coming up. It was in a conference the first time I heard that song. The job at NISCU was coming up, and I was like, do I really want to apply for the job? I did. I really wanted to apply for the job. But that was 6 years ago now. And by faith, amazing things have happened. So how much faith do you have? And how can you grow your faith? Because tiny little bit of faith can make a huge difference, because God will use you to do amazing things. I'm going to say a prayer, and if you agree with my prayer at the end, you can just say amen, which just means I agree. Heavenly Father, thank you for the great heroes of faith that we read about all through the Bible. People who've done amazing things, all because of their faith in you, and you have used them to do amazing things. Help us all to grow in faith. Help us to be able to see the promises that you've kept, and help us to have faith in the promises yet to be fulfilled. Thank you that you are the reason for our faith, and help our faith and our trust to grow in you. Amen. Now, it is the Easter holidays from today, so I hope you get plenty of lie-ins and lots of rest and things like that. I might upload a couple of videos over the holidays. I might not. If we're in competitive Monopoly mode and I haven't got time, or I've just lost and I'm sulking, we might not be able to. But I might try and pop up a couple, but it's certainly not going to be as regular as it has been up to now. Hope you have a fantastic holiday. I hope that you manage to have lots of time in your garden, and you remember to go for regular walks around the block, and I'll see you soon. Take care.